Hello again. This is Stephen Welsh, President of the International Chiropractors Association, with a special message to all voting ICA members. Let me be crystal clear. Unity in the profession is just that. It's about uniting to fight a common foe, uniting to achieve common goals, uniting to bring chiropractic to all the men, women, and children throughout the world who desperately want and need what we have to offer. Unity is not about merger. Merger of the ICA with any organization is not on the table, not on my watch, and not in my lifetime. You see, it has come to my attention that there are chiropractors spreading false rumors about the recently announced changes to the ICA Constitution. The most ridiculous one of all is that I and the ICA Board of Directors are seeking a merger with the American Chiropractic Association. Now, I don't mean any disrespect to the ACA, but it is not likely to ever happen, not in the near future, and certainly not on my watch. Now, while both the ICA and the ACA work on a daily basis for the advancement of our great profession, our organizations have different missions, different objectives, and both choose to serve our members in different ways. You see, our mission at the ICA is to protect and promote chiropractic throughout the world as a distinct healthcare profession predicated upon its unique philosophy, science, and the art of subluxation, detection, and correction. The key words and the current focus of the ICA is to protect chiropractic throughout the world. And right now, at this time in the history of chiropractic, as practiced here in the United States, where chiropractic was founded, it's under attack from outside the United States. You see, there are researchers and academics from Canada, Europe, and Australia claiming that chiropractic, as we practice it here in the United States, is, and I quote, pseudo-scientific. They claim that the subluxation is imaginary. They claim that there's no room for philosophy in an evidence-based paradigm. They even claim that a chiropractor seeing a patient during this pandemic is a threat to public health. Well, there's only one national and international organization that's standing up to these attacks, telling the truth, exposing the hypocrisy, and it is not the WFC, it is not the ACA, it is the ICA. We are doing so because it's the right thing to do, and it is our mission. It is the reason the ICA exists, and we will not back down. We will no longer ignore the efforts of the minority in this profession that seek to limit us to neck pain and back pain only. That minority that claims that there's no evidence to support the premise that the chiropractic adjustment can have a beneficial effect on the nervous system and result in the patient's overall improvement of health. Now, in order for the ICA to be successful, it needs to grow and it needs to expand internationally. And that is why over the past 7 months, the ICA Bylaws Task Force, chaired by our Vice President, Dr. Selena Sigafus-Jackson, has taken on the huge task and has worked hard to take the best elements of our Constitution, the best elements of our old bylaws, and combine them into a new document that will enable the ICA to transform itself into a truly international organization. That is why you are being asked to approve the recommendations unanimously approved by your board of directors last month. You see, last year, your board adopted 5 value statements in an effort to promote a greater degree of civility and discourse between all chiropractors. Now, the first and most important one is respect, and it reads as follows. We acknowledge and honor the diverse perspectives and approaches in the practice of chiropractic and in promoting health, healing, and well-being. And we pledge to conduct ourselves with kindness, compassion, and direct and honest communication. Well, the key elements are respecting diverse approaches to practice, as well as the pledge to conduct ourselves with direct and honest communication. Well, I'm going to be brutally honest. You see, there are chiropractors, researchers, academics, and organizations that have a vested interest in continuing the infighting on the world stage, in the US, and even some members within the ICA who, although well-intentioned, are misguided. They're not being honest in their communications, in their fake news, or their fake research papers, or in their misleading social media campaigns. They preach exclusion rather than inclusion. They preach separateness rather than togetherness. They reject viewpoints that are not consistent with their worldview. You see, it is either their way or the highway. They have personal and professional agendas, and it's actually they that are the ones that are holding our profession back. Now, I'm going to suggest that the future of this profession is at stake, and the ICA has no intention of sitting idly by while a minority element discredits and marginalizes the very foundational principles that have made this profession so successful. And yes, every member should carefully review the new bylaws unanimously approved by the board, and they need to understand why they are being asked to retire the current Constitution. You see, you do have a choice. You can vote to continue the counterproductive infighting within the US, while those outside the US are attempting to redefine chiropractic, or you can support your board of directors and can vote to transform the ICA into a truly international organization capable of fulfilling its mission and defending chiropractic around the world, keeping it a separate and distinct healthcare profession and protecting your rights to practice traditional, vitalistic, subluxation-based chiropractic, a right that some wish to take away from you. So on August 6th, you will have an opportunity to attend a virtual meeting with the officers of the ICA. You will have the opportunity to ask your questions and to hear the truth about what the changes really are, what they really mean to our organization, and why they are so necessary at this time in the ICA's 94-year history. Well, thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the 6th. Meanwhile, have a great day. Get out there, adjust your patience, all righty, and make this world a better place. Thank you.